The 9th of November, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay, so we're still right in the middle of this discussion over here about Rov Kananim and Rov Yisrael. And so now, okay, we'll try to figure it out. We're up to V'ha Ruba Kananim Ninhu. Where is this? It's right before the middle of the Amud. We did V'hazut Shoyam. Oh, it's the first words in the line. V'haruba kananim ninhu. It's about 22 lines down.
From the top? 22 lines from the top?
Yes, from the top.
What's the first word on the line?
V'ha.
V'ha. Okay, I see it. Shani Lahar Biran.
Wait, where are we up to? That doesn't make sense to Baha.
V'ha ruba kananim ninhu.
V'ha.
Then, if you want, you could just start from the two dots. Hahu Gavra.
Oh, I just found it. V'ha ruba kinanim ninahu. But surely a majority are Canaanites. Shema Mina, learn from this that you have to announce even if the majority are Canaanites. Ein halacha ki Rebbe Shimon ben Elazar. The halacha is not in accordance with Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar. Afilu barov Canaanim, even where there's a majority of Canaanites. So what did Rav Shimon ben Elazar say? Rav Shimon ben Elazar. Here. Rav Shimon ben Elazar ordinarily allows one to keep even when she finds it in an area with a majority of Jews. So that's so Rav Shimon ben Elazar says it has to be a majority of Jews. And here we see it can be a majority of non-Jews, and therefore that's a refutation.
Yeah, the original statement of Rav Shimon Elazar was on Chaf Daled Amud Aleph, about 25 lines from the top. He said over there, "V'kein hay Rav Shimon Elazar omer hamatzil min ha'ari and hamotzi b'makom kol makom sharabi mitzuin sham harei elu shelo." That's what he says. In a place where there's a lot of people found, so then the din will be Harei Elu Shelo because the Bailim will despair of recovering their item in a place that's Sharabi Matsuyin Sham. That's the words of Rav Shimon ben Elazar. So we're trying to figure out, did he say these words in a case only of Rov Kananim, or did he say them even in a case of Rov Yisrael?
So, in other words, since here we see that when there's Rov Kananim, you still have to announce, then that must be what he meant.
Yeah, we're missing. I think we're gonna have to go back over here. This is we're groping in the dark. We're groping in the dark. Okay, so let's just go from the
I'm confused.
let's just go from the let's see. Question is where we should go from. Hau Gavra. Let's just go from Hau Gavra. It's not so far up.
Okay.
It's a breaking point in the Gemara.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's where the two dots.
Two dots.
Yeah, 2 dots. We're just going back to I'll scroll to the page before the bottom. Oh, Gabra.
Ahu Gavra.
Yeah.
There was a certain man, Da'ash Kach Arba'a Zuze, that he found 4 Zuzim. The Tzaire Bis Dia. They were tied up in a cloth. Vishadu Binahar Biran. And they were thrown into the Biran River. Ata lekai mai derav Yehuda. He came before Rav Yehuda. Amar Rav Yehuda said to him, Zil Achriz, go and announce. V'ha zuto shel yam hu. But surely that is like a situation where something was swept away by the sea. In which case we said that he can keep it, the finder can keep it. Shani Nahar Biran. It's different with the Biran River. Kevan de Mis Damaskil, since there are obstacles. Lo Miyayesh. He doesn't despair. So in a normal river, we're concerned that it'll get washed far away, and it'll be too far away for anybody to return it. And so the owner gives up hope. He says, it's going to go way down the river. I'll never find it. I'll never get it back. But in the Biran River, since it's got these obstacles, it's assumed that it will get clogged up on one of the obstacles and it'll be close. And therefore, since the owner knows this, he doesn't give up hope. He thinks somebody will find it and announce it and he'll get it back.
Right.
So what does that prove? That proves that Rabbi Yehuda says that you have to announce it in that case. But what does that tell us about Canaanites or Jews? Nothing.
That's the next thing the Gemara says. The Gemara says, "V'haru b'Kananim ninu." Gemara says that this area around the Nahar Biron is a place of Rov Kananim.
Okay, so that's the point.
And in spite of that, Rav Yehuda instructed the finder to go in Makriz because the owner would not despair.
Right. But what does that say about Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar?
Oh, so that's the Gemara. That's the Gemara's inference. The Gemara infers from that Shema Mina, we hear from this that Ein halacha Reb Shimon Elazar. Halacha is not like Reb Shimon Elazar, afilu berov Kananim. Even in the case of Rov Kananim, the halacha is not like him. What did Reb Shimon ben Elazar say? He said that if you find something in a place where there's a rabbin which is mitzuyin sham, when there's a lot of people there, so we say harei elu shelo. You don't have to announce it; it even belongs to you because the owner has certainly been miyayish. So we were questioning whether that was. So that's what Reb Shimon ben Elazar says. He says you don't have to announce. So we were wondering whether that meant in a place which is Rov Yisrael, or no, it was only in a place of Rov Kananim. So over here, the Gemara is deducing that we see over here that according to the ruling of Rabbi Yehuda, the Rabbi Yehuda is saying even in a case where there's that it's Rov Kananim, if since it's a case of Rabbi, even though it's a case of Rabbi Mitzuyin Sham, even though it's a case of Rov Kananim, which those two things would point to saying that the Bailim would be miyayish. Nevertheless, Rabbi Yehuda told the person, "Go and you're obligated to announce it," which means that the halakha cannot be like Rav Shimon Elazar, not only in the case where it's Rov Yisrael, but even in the case which is Rov Kananim, the halakha can't be like him. Because Rav Shimon ben Elazar said that you're not chayav lahakris. He said harei elu shelo. And here Rav Yehuda is saying chayav lahakris. So that's where the Gemara is coming from when it says Shema Mina, that the halacha is not like Rav Shimon Elazar, even meaning to say that we do not say Harei Elu Shelo, Afilu Berov Kananim, even in a place where we know which is Rov Kananim. Okay, now we're going to see that the Gemara is going to push aside that Shema Mina that we just got through saying, but that's the story with the Shema Mina. Now we're good. Now we're good to go. We can now go through the Gemara.
Okay.
Do you have any Rashi?
What? Okay. Should I read or you want to read, Roy?
No, you can go on. I'm quite happy trying to work it out while you're talking, while you're reading.
Okay. So,
Thank you.
Shani Nahar Biran. It's different from Biran. Did Yisrael Savru lay? Because Jews put the dams in there. The Yisrael Karu lay. And Jews dredge. I guess they have to dredge out between the dams. Kevan the Israel Sachru lay. Since the Jews are the ones that put the dams in there, Amur mi Israel nafal. One may say that it fell from a Jew. I don't get that logic. Oh, since it is Jews, the Kevan does Yisrael karu late, and since it is Jews who dredge it, lo miyayesh. It's not miyayesh. I don't get that logical step when it says,
Okay,
since
let's
the Jews are the ones who dam it, one may say it fell from a Jew. Why is that?
okay, but without understanding why, but just the structure of the answer, right? The structure of the answer is that we're saying, in spite of the fact that this place of Nahar Biran is a place of Rov Kananim, nevertheless, what the Gemara is saying is that because of the circumstances of who's involved in building these obstacles, and who's involved in dredging the river from the to find lost items that have been trapped by these obstacles. They're Jews that are doing that. Therefore, we say that number one, it probably fell from a Jew. So we have a specific reason to say why it fell from a Jew, even in a case where the population itself, the general population of that area, is Rov Kanani. So that's number one. Number two, we're saying that we have a reason why, even though it's a place of Rov Kananim, the Jew who we're saying that it probably most likely fell from, he won't be Me'ayish. Why won't he be Me'ayish? This is easy to understand, because the ones that are dredging up the lost items that the dams have caught are Jews. So in other words, the ones that are involved with the river are Jews. So they're the ones that are building the dams. They're the ones that are making the obstacles, that are holding the items back, and they're also the ones that are dredging up the river to find the items that the dams have held back. So if so, says the Gemara, for that reason, that's why Rabbi Yehuda said that in this special scenario of Nahar Biran, that you have to be machriz. You can't keep it for yourself. You have to announce it. So therefore, it's not a refutation of Rav Shimon ben Elazar at all. Shimon ben Elazar was talking about an ordinary case of Rabbi Metzuim Sham. The din is in that case Harei Elu Shalom. So you're asking a specific question: why would it be the ones that are working with making these obstacles? Why would we say for that reason a lost item that's over there would come from them as opposed to the larger population?
Well, actually, I read the footnote, and the footnote explains that due to the preponderance of Jewish river workers, we assume that one of them lost it, even though it's a majority of Canaanites, but in the area of the river, it's a majority of Jews.
Okay.
I understand that. But there is a Rashi apparently that says that. So I don't know if you want to read that Rashi.
Yeah, Rashi. There's two Rashis. So we'll start with Rashi. Diramasdil Sachrule.
Which last you want to work with?
Dibra Maskil Sochru Le. Samech Chaf Resh Vav. It's the first words on the line.
Wait a second. How do we get up to Sacrole? I'm seeing. I saw we really started where we threw it into the bar. No, that's something else. Sacrole? How far down? How far up is this?
It's about, I would say it's about
It's not that far down.
15 lines from the top.
Sacrole, Shakarim. That it's called. That's old French from Rashi.
Florian. Nin, nun, shin, nun, shin.
Nishnash. Okay. Is that a kaf? Is that nishnash or kishnash? Come on, I'll say
It's a nun. Nun, shin, nun, shin.
So that's nishnash. And it's Elaz, it means kamo, asoy sachar, that he makes a sachar, a shachar. What shachar? Ani.
Kamo ose sochar agme nefesh. Pasuk in Yeshaya.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look in Yeshaya. We have in the Yeshaya right here at hand. We have Reb Schwab on Yeshaya. We have see what he has to say about this. We'll still be able to translate the words of the pasuk. Okay, what parak is this pasuk? Is this pasuk in? Yeshaya Yotes. Ose Sachar Agme Nefesh. Then they have a correction by Nefesh. Perush Agamim Shitsodu Behem Dagim. Oh, we're talking about swamps or little bodies of water that they trap fish in. Okay, let's see. Oh, here it is. It's pasuk Yud. And when its foundations are crushed, all those who work for profit are deeply grieved. See, he brings, this is probably what we're looking for. Some take the word sin, chaf resh, similar to samach, Chaf Resh, to block, to plug, to dam, related to the word sagor, to lock up. The meaning then would be here, the levees and the water walls which were used to dam the Nile will crumble from disuse because of the droughts. And all those who make dams, referring to the engineers who dammed the Nile River to utilize its vast overflow for irrigation and fishing, and who are now out of work, will be Agmei Nefesh. Okay. What is Rashi doing over here exactly? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we really need a translation of the Laz word that Rashi is translating the Sachru into. But it seems like from the Rev Schwab that the word is referring to the ones that dam the river, that put dams in the river. So that's what we were talking about before. There's the lost item is not going to go too far because of the obstacles in the river, namely the dams in the river, DAM, and since the ones that make the dams are Jews, the Gemora says we assume that it fell from a Jew. We say that therefore it fell from a Jew because they're the ones that are making the dams. As opposed to the general population that lives in that vicinity, they're not there so much in the river as the Jews are that are the dam makers. Oh, let's see the next Rashi. Ema mi Yisrael nofel. That's what Rashi is going to explain right now. What we've just said.
Ema will say that it fell from Israel. It fell. Lefifo there chayil lachris. He has to announce it. Below Amre, we don't say Yiniah that it was placed down into Amrin, like we said, La'el above Karova Kananim, like the majority are Kananim. According to the Rabbanim.
Oh, interesting. This word yaniach that Rashi says lo amrinin yaniach, amrinin le'el barov kananim, like we said in a case there's rov kananim according to the Rabbanan. Yaniach means over here that the finder he doesn't have to be machrizit, but he can't. He has to put it aside until Eliyahu Navi. No, not about Eliyahu Navi. It's not. That's not that. Not that. Until Yisrael comes and gives us the simon. Otherwise, we have to assume that it belongs to a goy, and we can't use that wine. Remember, we were talking about wine the other day. Found a lost keg of wine. Okay, so here, in other words, Rashi's saying that you're hayv lahachris, and we don't say that, you're not obligated to be machris, but you do have to put it aside. You can't drink it because first you have to clarify that it was lost from a Jew. So when a Jew comes and gives a simon, so then you can assume that it was lost from the Jew. But we said before he's okay. That's what we said. Okay. And then there's the next Rashi, lo miyayesh.
Well, he wouldn't be whatchamacallit. He's not going to be my age. Hakorod
In Yisrael korule. The Gemora says, Kevin the Yisrael korule lo miyayesh. Since the Yisrael dredges up the ones that are dredging up the things that the dam catches are also Jews, and so therefore the one that lost it will not be miyayesh because he'll assume it's quite likely that a Jew is going to find it.
The dredgers are
He's
going to
the one
find
that's
it.
dredging up the river.
Yeah, because the Jews are the dredgers. So since the Jews are the dredgers, will find it, and they're going to be careful about it.
So those are the two things that we need in order to get out of din that the finder is hayv lahachris. We have to take on that it very likely fell from a Jew, and we have to take on the fact that it's very likely the Jew will not be miyayesh. So therefore, hayv lahachris. Even in a case of rov kananim, that's the chiddush over here. But since this is an unusual case, so we don't have to say that we found a source that refutes Rav Shimon ben Elazar. Okay. Okay, you want to read? We got 2 minutes. The next couple lines of Rashi. Rabbi Yehuda Haya Havi Shokil Ba'ozel. Roy, you want to read? Somebody want to tell Roy where you find in the arch go?
Rabbi Yehuda?
Yeah.
Hmm?
You're reading the Rashi?
Oh, the Rashi, no, I'm not going to read
No,
it.
further in the Gemara.
In the Gemara a bit further, I can read if you like. The Gemara relates an incident pertaining to the obligation to return lost objects. Okay?
That sounds good, Roy.
What?
That's good.
Rav Yehuda Avar Shakil Vazil Vesaraya Rama Utama Shmuel. Rav Yehuda was following behind the master Shmuel, the Shukah, the bear, you saw in the market of cereal stores. Omale, Rav Yehuda said to Shmuel, Matzah, Cain, Aranaki. If one found a purse here, Mahu, what is the law? Omale, Shmuel said to him, Hare, Elu, Elu, Shiloh. These belong to the finder. But Rav Yehuda continued, Ba Yisrael, Benosan, Ba Simon. If a Jew comes and gives an identifying mark for it, what is the law? So Shmuel replied, Omalei, he said to him, Chayiv l'chazir. He is obligated to return it. Rabbi Yehuda asked, Tate, can both these rulings be true? Shmuel replied, Omalei, he said to Rabbi Yehuda, Lifnim Meshura Hadin. My second statement reflects the moral obligation of going beyond the letter of the law. And the Gemara illustrates this with a story. Shall I read that?
Oh, that's good. We're out of time.
All right.
Thank you,
Okay.
Rabbi.
Take care,
Okay,
everyone.
all the best, everybody. Shavua Tov.
Take care.
Have a
Thank you.
great day.
See you, Metzia, tomorrow.
Okay, good. Thanks. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye, Phil. Bye, Roy. Bye, Lou.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Levitt. Goodbye, Phil and Lou.